Hello friends, myself Dr. Richa Juneja. In the previous video, as we have discussed two topics of termination banker and customer relationship, that was undesirable customer and procedure to close the account of undesirable customer. Today in this video we will see the methods of termination of banker customer relationship or closing the account. Now there are few methods as you can see on the screen. First method is by mutual agreement. Second is by giving notice to the other party. Third, on the death of the customer, on the insanity of the customer. Fifth, on the insolvency of the customer. In the case of closure of business either by a bank or his customer, by the assignment of balance in the customer's account, and last by garnish order on customer's account. Now let's discuss all these methods one by one. The first method is termination of relationship by mutual agreement. Now when we are talking about mutual agreement, that means the mutual agreement between the customer and the bank. Sometimes customer would like to close the bank account, sometimes bank would like customer to close their account. Now there may be certain situations when a customer would like to close the account, like they are not satisfied with the interest rate of the bank, they are not satisfied with the services of the bank, maybe they are finding that bank is too far from their place, or maybe the bank is charging so much of uh, fee and special charges on their services. So customer is not happy with the bank and they want to close the account. In second case, if a bank wants to close the account, we have already discussed in the previous video that when a bank wants to close the account, because bank is finding that the customer is undesirable and bank wants to close the account. Second comes termination of relationship by giving notice to the other party. Now if the customer wants to terminate the relationship, customer does not have to serve any notice to the bank. They can simply close the account by writing an application. But if a bank wants to close the account of the customer, bank has to give the notice to the customer with a reasonable period of time to close the account. Third is termination of banker customer relationship on the death of the customer. Now it is very obvious that if the customer of the bank dies, in that case the relationship between a bank and a customer gets terminated. But on the death of a customer, bank is supposed to close the account of the customer and bank has to stop all the payment of all the issued checks on that customer account before his death, because after the death of the customer, his legal heirs inherit the right of his account and the banker has to act in accordance with the instructions of the legal heirs. The successor can open his account as per desire only after producing succession certificate which can be issued by the court to them. Fourth is termination of banker customer relationship on the insanity of the customer. Now insanity means that when the customer becomes insane or he becomes mentally unstable. So in that case, if a customer becomes mentally unstable or he is of unsound mind, bank has to stop all the transactions on the customer account during the period when he is insane. But that stopping of account should not be based on rumors, it should be based on proper facts about the customer's mental status. Fifth is closing the accounts due to insolvency of the customer. Now insolvency means when a customer becomes bankrupt or he is unable to pay his debts. In that situation, customer becomes insolvent. So when a customer becomes insolvent, the bank can refuse the payment of check as his right. The account of a customer should be closed as soon as his banker gets information about his insolvency. In the case of insolvency, the liquidator appointed by the court has the rights to manage the assets and property of such insolvent account, and closing the account of insolvent customer, the said account can be operated under the instruction of liquidator appointed by the court. Sixth is termination of relationship due to winding up of business. Now it is very obvious that if either of the party, whether the bank or the customer, terminates their business or shut down their business, the relationship between bank and customer gets terminated. Now, say for example, in case a partnership firm is dissolved or company is liquidated, the banker, on receiving the information about such liquidation, has to close the account of such partnership firm or company. These accounts can be operated only under instructions of liquidator appointed by the court. When the bank terminates its business, then the relationship between customer and bank also ends. When one bank joins with another, then the account of customers are transferred to new bank, but there is no difference for the customers. A customer remains the same, but bank has been changed. Say for example, we have seen recently many mergers of the banks. Say for example, the merger of Dena Bank and Bank of Baroda. Now, when Dena Bank merged with Bank of Baroda, for customer, bank changes. Now they don't have to go to Dena Bank; they have to go to Bank of Baroda. But still, they are the customers of the bank. So customer remains the same here, but for them, bank changes. Next is termination of relationship due to assignment of balance in customer's account. Assignment means that when you transfer the available balance in your account in the name of some other party. Now, in that case, if you are transferring the balance in your account in the name of some third party, then relationship between you and bank terminates. Because when you do assignment, you transfer all the rights of your account in the name of third party and you lose all your rights. So in that case, relationship between you and bank get terminated, and now the relationship between your bank and the third party gets started. The last is termination of banker customer relation due to garnishee order on customer's account. Now, garnishee order is an order which is issued by the court on the request of the creditor in the name of the bank to stop all the transaction from the debtor's account. Now, in that case, if a court issues garnishee order, bank has to stop payment from a customer's account, but for a temporary time period. This time period depends on the garnishee order time period. Now, when a garnishee order is issued, the bank must not honor any checks drawn by the customer on such account. Now, in garnishee order, there could be two situations. Either the garnishee order is for whole balance of the account, or the garnishee order is for the partial balance of the account. Now, if the order is to attach the whole balance in the account, the bank cannot honor any check of the customer in that account, because all the transactions are temporarily restricted because of garnishee order. If the garnishee order attaches a part of the balance, checks may be honored only up to the amount that would remain unaffected after the garnishee order has been implemented. Thus, the relationship between banker and his account is continued after the garnishee order is lifted by the court. So, that's it for today. Thank you.